Darren, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. If you can, I'd really appreciate if you could make it home early. Can I ask you not to go out drinking with your friends for just one night?
What? Why? Is it so important that we can't do it over message?
I'd prefer if we could talk in person.
Unlike you, I'm busy and have things to do, Polly. You might be a stay-at-home housewife with nothing but free time on your hands, but I ain't. Me and you are not the same.
Nothing but free time? Jeez, Darren, on what planet? I have to take care of Lila and the house, you know. She was only born a month ago. My hands are pretty much full all the time with keeping on top of feeding and changing her. Not to mention the crying in the night.
I don't want to hear your sob story. At least you're in the house all day. Sure, I guess you can be a pain in the butt, but at least you don't have to drag yourself out to the office every day like me. Would it really kill you to let me use my free time after work how I want to?
I get that work has to be your main priority, but you haven't even lifted a finger to help with her ever since she was born, Darren.
I'm busy.
Busy out drinking with your friends?
My relationships with my coworkers are important. You might not realize it, but going out for drinks with the boys after work is just as much a part of my job as crunching numbers and making spreadsheets at the office. What am I saying? You wouldn't get it. You're a woman. Well, what did you want to talk about? I ain't got all day. I'm on my break right now, so I can spare some time out while eating my lunch. Go on, let's hear it. Chop chop.
It's about us. Darren, what happened to you? It's like your attitude completely changed as soon as Lila was born. I feel like I barely recognize you anymore.
Is it any wonder when you're constantly barking orders at me? Do this, do that. I'm tired from work, damn it. You think you're something special just because you happen to pop a baby out? Do you? Huh? Anyway, you said you'd give me a boy. But you couldn't even do that right, could you?
I could hardly manipulate the gender of our baby at will. Even doctors get it wrong sometimes.
My parents were over the moon when I said it was going to be a boy. You let me get their hopes up for nothing. I decided on a name, even bought a bunch of clothes and action men figures, fire trucks, and a replica AR-15. You betrayed everyone's expectations.
What exactly am I supposed to say to that? I feel like you're throwing crap at me about stuff I have absolutely no control over. Besides, I don't see how this justifies not doing anything to help out with Lila or the housework. She is still your daughter.
You might think I'm being harsh, but is it any wonder I'm mad? You felt in your duty to me as my wife. What am I supposed to do? Celebrate? That would be bad enough on its own, but your failures just keep mounting up by the day. Do you really think it's acceptable for me to come home to a dirty living room like I have been doing this past month? The bedroom's a pigsty too. You haven't even been cooking my dinner, damn it. Just what is it that you do around the house when I'm not here?
Lila's a baby, Darren. She's a full-time job in the most literal way possible. I have to be there for her 24 hours a day. I know it's frustrating, but that means there are some things I can't devote my full attention to.
Drop the bullshit, Polly. You were asleep when I came home last night.
That's because I'm severely sleep-deprived.
How can you be sleep-deprived when you spend all your time lounging around at home? All my coworkers' wives have their home situations under control. Take Jeff, for example. He comes home to a steaming hot dinner, a foot massage, and a peacefully sleeping son. Why can't you be more like this woman? I find it hard to believe you take your responsibilities seriously when I see the state of the house.
If the house being untidy upsets you that much, how about you watch Lila for me every now and then so I can break away for long enough to clean it up? Maybe you'll understand how hard things are for me then.
Jesus, woman. You can actually be telling me to look after Lila when I'm working full-time. Just how much of an idiot do you take me for?
I don't take you for an idiot at all. I just want you to understand it's not easy keeping on top of cleaning an entire house while raising a newborn baby girl all on your own. I haven't had a proper night's sleep since I gave birth to her a month ago. To tell you the truth, I am really struggling.
What's your point?
If you have time to be going out drinking with your buddies after work, would it really hurt to watch Lila for me every now and then? My parents aren't around anymore, and all of my relatives live too far away to help out. But more than anything, I wish you'd start playing an active role in our daughter's life.
Nah, that ain't gonna happen. That's your job as her mom. My job? To put food on the table and keep a roof over your heads. I'm fulfilling my side of the bargain. When are you gonna start upholding yours? It's your job to make sure everything runs smoothly at home. If you can't keep the house tidy despite being in it 24/7, you're obviously screwing up somewhere. Like hell am I gonna pick up the slack for your laziness?
She's our daughter, Darren. We're supposed to be raising her as a team, but I feel like I do everything on my own.
Jesus, woman, have you heard yourself? That only applies if you're keeping on top of your responsibilities. You're just trying to palm your jobs off onto me. I can read you like a book. I'm crazy sleep deprived because she wakes me up crying at 3 a.m. every night, and you have the nerve to ask me to babysit? If you really care about me in this marriage, you'll take her outside next time she cries like that.
You want me to take our baby daughter outside at 3 a.m. in the morning?
I can't sleep if she does it in the house. God damn it, Polly. You ruined my lunch with your bullshit. I was enjoying my burrito until you started bugging me. Are we done now?
We haven't made an inch of progress.
I have nothing more to say to you. Don't forget I paid for you to exist. It's about time you started showing the proper respect by keeping your mouth shut and doing what I goddamn well say. A jobless, leeching, stay-at-home housewife like you doesn't have any human rights. Polly, I'm coming home now.
Huh? You mean you're coming straight home from the office today?
Yup. You better make sure my dinner's ready on the table when I get home, or there's gonna be hell to pay. I want it steaming hot and delicious. I'm in a burgers and fries mood.
Whoa there, can you hold on for just a second? I can make you hamburgers and fries, but I can't do it on such short notice. I'm putting Lila to sleep right now, so it's gonna take me a little while. Would you mind waiting? She should be asleep soon.
God freaking damn it, woman. I finally come home early like you've been nagging at me to. And this is how you act?
Is there really any need to speak to me like that? You're late so much these days that I've come to expect it. You can hardly be surprised when I'm not ready for you to come home on time.
You're the one who won't shut up about me getting home early.
Couldn't you have told me any earlier? I could have had your supper ready then.
Why do you need to know in advance when you're at home 24/7? Oh, and you should know that I messed up big time at work because of you and Lila.
How is that our fault?
Because I'm majorly sleep deprived from her constant crying in the night, and I'm majorly stressed out from the shithole of a house I have to come back to every day. I'm only human. I have my limits like everyone else. Nothing has been going well at the office lately because of you. The boss has been giving me a hard time because of all the careless mistakes I make. I'm not gonna lie, he's starting to piss me off. Your slovenly, nonchalant attitude is having a domino effect. Not only are you screwing my life up, but now you're messing with my work life too. Are you gonna take responsibility or not?
I am not accepting blame for your mistakes at work. Blaming me and your newborn daughter for that is downright unfair.
That's unfair? No, woman. What's unfair is you slacking so hard in your duties as my wife that I go to work feeling so stressed out that I can't even do my job properly. It's a stay-at-home housewife's job to be there to support, uplift her man. But all you do is bring me down. You ain't no housewife. You're a goddamn agent of chaos obsessed with sabotaging me.
I'm taking care of Lila all on my own, Darren. You literally never lift a finger for her. Hell, I don't even think I've seen you hold her yet. I don't need to be preached to about slacking on my duties from you. Your mistakes at work are just that. Your mistakes. They have nothing to do with us.
Say what now?
If you think the house is untidy, you're always welcome to help me clean it up. As for the crying at night, there is nothing I can do about it beyond settling her down and getting her back off to sleep when she does it. She's a baby. That's what they do. I understand how frustrating it is to get woken up and have your sleep messed with all the time. But no amount of blaming or complaining is going to change it.
Tell me, Polly, Just who the hell do you think you are? How dare you define me, the breadwinner and man of the house?
I'm not defying you at all. I'm just trying to make you understand the reality of how things are. Why won't you try to understand what I'm saying?
Forget it. I'm eating out tonight.
I see. Fine. Sorry I couldn't have your hamburgers and fries ready.
Don't apologize if you don't really mean it. God, I get pissed off just thinking about you.
Darren, you can't be serious. This is downright horrible. Are you trying to force me and Lila to live in the cupboard? You locked us in from the outside, didn't you? You're disgusting.
What choice did I have when she's been throwing a screaming fit since 2 a.m.? I barely got a wink of sleep last night because of you two. You can both sit quietly in the cupboard and have a long, hard think about your behavior.
She's a baby. They cry. It's what they do. I had her sleep downstairs with me to try and stop her from bothering you as much as possible. Can't you see I'm trying here?
You think I can't hear her crying down there from the upstairs bedroom? Get real, Polly. It makes barely any difference. The house is small and the walls are thin. I told you to take her outside the next time she had one of her tantrums, but you didn't listen. Well, you know what? I'm done playing Mr. Nice Guy. Now it's time for you to pay.
I'll never forget this. I can't believe you locked us both in the cupboard under the stairs. Let us out now!
Do you think whining at me like this is going to make me want to let you out? You two are the ones in the wrong here. I wouldn't have to lock you in the cupboard if you weren't so intent on defying me at every opportunity. If you want someone to be mad at yourself. You only have yourself to blame for this. I'm getting ready for work and I'm leaving.
Seriously? So when do you plan on letting us out?
Isn't that the question? Simple. When you apologize for defying me.
What the hell is wrong with you?
What's wrong with me? You got some nerve. The only one with something wrong with them here is you. You're going to be stuck in that cupboard until you realize that. You think you get to slack off and do sweet FA all day, every day, just because you gave birth to our daughter? You're intentionally negligent with the cooking, and you barely spend any time cleaning the house. I might be able to let that slide if you at least kept the brat under control, but no, you can't even do that. You're the most useless wife and mom there ever was. You want to try walking a mile in my shoes by going out to work every day? You wouldn't last 5 minutes.
Stop preaching at me and let us out of the cupboard.
I already told you, the only way you're getting out of there is by having a long, hard think about your behavior and apologizing to me for being so disrespectful. If I get home and find out you've escaped, or have even been trying to escape, we're getting a divorce. Don't forget your parents are dead. You're not in contact with any of your relatives. You should think very carefully about your next move because you'd be in for a world of trouble if I walked away from you.
That's where you're wrong. I have my Uncle Ian.
Ian? Isn't he your dead dad's brother? I thought he lived abroad. He's hardly in any position to help you when he lives on another continent. Just quit your whining already and start reflecting on your behavior. If you can keep quiet in there all day and apologize to me when I get home, I might just forgive you and let you out. But remember that if you try and escape or do anything stupid like contact my parents, I'll divorce you quicker than you can say good for nothing wife. I hid your purse and your bank card, so you needn't bother trying to get out.
Oh my God, you're evil.
What a shame. You should get comfortable because it looks like you're going to be spending a long, long time in that cupboard. Although something tells me you'll be begging me to let you out soon enough. It just said on the weather report that it is 93.2 degrees Fahrenheit here right now. Looks like you're in for a rough day in that cupboard. How's it going, Polly? You ready to apologize to me yet? You must be getting real sick of living in that cupboard by now. You really are a pitiful disgrace of a man. Hey, don't speak to me like that. I was willing to let you out if you apologized to me, but I just changed my mind. You have no intention of apologizing to me, do you? There's nothing to apologize for. I see. So you're still intent on disobeying me, are you? I'm the only reason there's food on the table and a roof over your head, you shameless parasite. If you don't want our daughter to starve, then shut up and do what you're damn well told. Are we clear now? This is your last chance. Apologize right now. Swear you'll never disobey me again and acknowledge me as your lord and master, and I might just forgive you. You're surprisingly arrogant for someone so broke. Huh? Me? Broke? What the heck is your problem, bitch? Are you trying to piss me off? It's been a while, Darren. It's Polly's Uncle Ian. Huh? Uncle Ian? Stop screwing me around, Polly. I ain't laughing. You told me your Uncle Ian lived abroad. Did all that time in the cupboard make you go crazy or something? I'm back in the States now. I come over and let Polly and Lila out of the cupboard as soon as I heard what was going on. How dare you turn my niece and daughter into prisoners in their own home? You despicable sack of shit. Oh man, is this really Polly's Uncle Ian? You better believe it. Shall we do a video call? It's fine, we don't have to do that. Polly's feeding Lila right now, so me and you are going to have a little chat. Now listen to me and listen well, Darren. You will be taking responsibility for the horrendous way you've been treating your wife and daughter, won't you? Ian, please hear me out. You need to know that I'm not the only one in the wrong here. Polly's supposed to be a stay-at-home housewife, but she never does any housework. In spite of that, she's constantly giving me a hard time for something or other. Polly's been looking after Lila all by herself ever since the birth. Do you have any idea how hard that is? Please, I could raise a kid with one hand. It's hardly a big deal. Wow. You genuinely have no idea, do you? I can tell you have no experience with children. Oh, and I almost forgot. How is your boss doing? It's been ages since me and Larry last spoke. Larry? You know my boss? Yes. Well, he's doing fine, I guess, but why would you ask me that? I see, I'm glad to hear it. It's about time me and him had a catch-up. I think I'll pay him a visit. What? This will be news to you, but me and Larry go way back. We've known each other since preschool, became best friends in high school, and were drinking buddies in college. Are you joking? You wish. Listen, Ian, I get that you might have been tight back then, but he's a busy guy these days. And he's super difficult to get a hold of. It's probably for the best you don't bother him. He has a lot on his plate with work right now. Polly told me that you don't have a job. Is this true? Surely you're not going to be able to afford to live in the States after being abroad for so long. The cost of living is going through the roof these days, not to mention inflation. Honestly, I think you should probably just leave again. I hate to tell you, but America has changed. It's not the country it was when you left. Truthfully, this is the last place a retired expat like you should be living. You're sadly mistaken. Me and Larry used to meet all the time back when I was working. Who do you think it was who helped him set up the company you're lucky enough to work for all these decades ago? Me. What? I've set up and managed over 15 companies throughout my life. That's why I retired early and moved to Thailand. Oh, really? I had no idea. Polly never told me anything about any of this. Why would she? What relevance does it have to anything? But really, don't you think it's a little crass to be bragging about being the breadwinner? Having a job doesn't make you special. Oh, Larry just got back to me. Looks like he's free after all. I'll make sure to tell him all about you. No, please, wait. You don't have to do this. I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna be in trouble if you do. Trouble? How so? Listen, Ian, I think you're making a big misunderstanding here. You see, the thing between me and Polly was just a lover tip. It wasn't anything serious, just like a minor squabble, you know? I really don't think there's any need to tell my boss about it. I haven't said anything about what I'm gonna tell him. Why are you so worried? Ian, please don't mention me to Larry. Surely you two got all sorts of things to discuss if you two go back as far as you say. Think about it. Talking about me would be nothing but a waste of both of your time. I'm begging you. Why would you beg me? Seems to me like you know full well this was no petty squabble. You're fully aware of how horribly you've been treating Polly and Lila, and you're desperately afraid of facing the consequences. Look, I'll apologize. I'll do anything, but please don't tell Larry. Please, anything but that. Don't make me laugh. You must be living on another planet if you think this is something that goes away with a mere apology. How could you lock your wife and newborn baby in a storage cupboard? What's worse, we're in the middle of a heat wave. You may as well have put them in the oven, you despicable, heartless dipshit. Larry isn't the only one who'll be finding out about what you did. I'll be accompanying Polly to the police station later today. I suggest you prepare yourself for the hell that's about to be unleashed upon you. Ian, no. Please, can we just slow down and talk this over like mature adults? This is so unnecessary. I'll apologize to Polly, I swear. I'll do whatever it takes to earn her forgiveness. Please, just don't tell my boss or the cops. There's really no need to do anything that dramatic.
Hey, Darren. I just got my phone back from my Uncle Ian.
Polly?
Yep.
I'm so sorry, baby. Things haven't been going well for me at work lately. I think there's a chance I might have been treating you a little unfairly.
So? Does that mean it's acceptable to lock me and your newborn baby daughter in a cupboard all day? You did whatever the hell you wanted to me because my parents are dead and you thought I lived too far away from any of my relatives for anyone to help me, didn't you? You thought I'd just shut up and accept whatever you did to me, that I'd have no one to turn to ask for help. What you did to me wasn't just abuse. It was calculated abuse of the most sick, twisted kind.
Polly, no, it wasn't like that. It was my parents' fault. My mom and dad have been complaining at me something chronic ever since you gave birth to Lila. Then to add insult to injury, things at work started getting crazy hectic right around the same time. So, I was so stressed you wouldn't believe.
Which means it's acceptable to take it out on me and your daughter, does it? I fail to see the connection. And please, this goes way beyond being stressed. You locked us in the frickin' cupboard. There is no justification for what you did, and I'll never forgive you for as long as I live.
I know, babe, you're right. I just want you to understand why I did it. To be honest, what triggered it was coming home from work to find you asleep. I thought, why the hell am I out busting my balls at the office 40 hours a week if she's just lazing around and sleeping at home?
I understand that you've had a lot on your plate lately, but you can't seriously think you're the only one. I just gave birth, Darren. I'm busier than I have ever been, but physically, I've never felt weaker. I can't believe you treat me this way at all, let alone while I'm recovering from childbirth. Is it any wonder I fall asleep during the day? I'm lucky if I get even an hour's rest during the night with how often Lila's up crying. I am at my physical and emotional limit, and you just made everything a million times worse. The reason I wanted us to talk before was because I needed to tell you I couldn't go on with things as they were. But you wouldn't even give me the time of day. You just told me to shut my mouth and stop defying you because you are the breadwinner.
I'm so sorry. I've been an idiot, a fool, a moron.
I want a divorce.
Excuse me?
You're the one who said you'd divorce me if I left the cupboard without your permission. Well, that's fine by me.
Polly, please, I'm apologizing here.
My Uncle Ian already told you this. But what you did to me doesn't go away with an apology. I can't stay with someone who's capable of that.
I didn't mean it, baby. All that stuff I said about divorce, I didn't mean any of it for real.
The fact that you'd threaten me with something like that makes you even more despicable. I want a divorce 5 minutes ago. I'll be happy if I never see your face again.
If I go along with the divorce, would you promise not to tell my boss or go to the cops about any of this? My life will be over. Please, I'm begging you. I know I screwed up. Do you want me to get on my knees? Is that it? Because I'll do it. I swear I will. I'll kiss your feet.
Pathetic, as usual. You're only worried about saving your own skin. A slimy rat right to the bitter end. I can't tell you how relieved I am that Lila won't have to grow up in the presence of a miserable dirtbag like you.
Please, Polly. Just think about this logically for a minute. If you tell my boss about what happened and I lose my job, how am I supposed to pay you child support? Don't you want my money? Because I sure as hell can't give you any without a job.
I never mentioned this to you, but I inherited a lot of money from my parents. Uncle Ian said he'd be there to support me too. I have more than enough money to raise Lila all on my own. I'll be happy just to get you out of our lives once and for all. Even better, my financial situation means there is nothing stopping me from completely destroying your life.
No, Polly, please, I'm begging you. You're gonna destroy my life? Seriously? Please stop talking like that. I already agreed to divorce you, damn it. What more do you want? I'm gonna lose everything at this rate.
And so you should. I'll never forgive you for using me as a verbal and emotional punching bag to vent your stress on after I gave birth to your daughter. And locking us in the cupboard in the middle of a heat wave? Don't even get me started, you loathsome scumbag. Mark my words, you will take full responsibility for your actions. I don't need you to put food on the table for me anymore. With that, my Uncle Ian went out to meet Larry, Darren's boss, at a local restaurant where he told him all about his reprehensible treatment of me and his daughter. After that, we paid a visit to the police station. The cops didn't pursue criminal charges owing to the fact that I had my phone with me in the cupboard and was able to call for help and get out more or less immediately. But I received a call from the sergeant telling me they'd be keeping a record of what he did on their system forever. Needless to say, we were swiftly divorced. And Darren lost his job after receiving the dressing down of a lifetime from a livid Larry. When I say lost his job, I mean Larry forced him to voluntarily resign under threat of making his life at the office hell, due to the fact that he couldn't legally fire him for his misdeeds at home. Larry, showing incredible mercy and generosity, agreed to give Darren a severance package in spite of what his wayward employee had done, of which I received every last cent in the form of child support. Darren, who had lost everything, begged me countless times to take him back and give him another chance. But I wouldn't take that domineering, abusive lowlife back if you paid me all the money on earth. He burst into tears, claiming he did it because he was lonely and felt like I was neglecting him because I spent all my time looking after our newborn daughter. But that's no justification for what he did. If anything, the fact he kept trying to make excuses just made me more disgusted with him. Unless Lila tells me she wants to meet her dad one day, they'll probably never see each other again. Not long after the events of today's tale, me and Lila moved to Kansas, where I found a trendy new apartment to live in. Uncle Ian very kindly stayed with us for a while to help lighten the burden of looking after her. 6 months later, he finally moved back to his villa in Thailand. But we're still in regular contact, and he's always there when I need someone to talk to. You'll never guess what. The other day, he asked me if I'd like to bring Lila and live in Thailand with him. Decisions. To be honest, my hands are too full with raising the little one to consider something as major as moving to a new country right now. But once things settle down a little, I'm going to give the idea some serious consideration. A life surrounded by sun, sand, and palm trees could never be a bad thing. While always thinking of mine and the fast-growing Lila's future, and how to give her the best chances of success in life, I intend to shower her with love, affection, and care so she never forgets what a special little lady she is.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
My colleagues kept teasing me today during work. They kept on teasing me about how nervous I looked during my wedding.
Yeah, you definitely looked nervous. Your voice was shaking when you were giving your speech. I could see your fingers trembling too.
Really? That's so embarrassing.
I was also really nervous though. I almost tripped when I entered the hall. But my boss actually praised me today about how wonderful our wedding was. She told me it was a great wedding ceremony. She said that she was moved by the performances and enjoyed them a lot. I honestly loved our wedding too.
Yeah, I think it was a great success considering the small amount of time we had to prepare for it. I'm really proud of what we were able to present. Many of my friends also commented on how fast we got married. It's only been a few months since our first date.
Yeah, I guess people see it as a rushed marriage. Not many get married so quick like us.
We both fell in love at first sight. We just couldn't resist the urge, could we? And we were both eager to get married. It was our dream. If we just wanted to date someone, we might have dated longer just to enjoy being in love. But we were both concerned about our future. We wanted to get married as soon as possible.
That's true. Marriage was the ultimate goal in our relationship.
Honestly, time doesn't matter in terms of dating. Some couples break up after dating for 5 or even 10 years.
10 years? I think you're exaggerating. Oh, by the way, my gran sent us a gift to congratulate us for getting married. She wasn't able to participate in the ceremony, but she told me she wanted to celebrate it with us at least. She's really sweet. Apparently, she had a hard time deciding what to get for us. She had no idea what we wanted. And as a result, she ended up sending us vouchers. When I received the gift, I was pretty surprised to see how thin our present looked. I thought maybe Gran was playing a prank on us.
She probably wants us to buy what we really want. I guess she just thought that was best for us. I honestly think she made a wise choice. Vouchers are one of my favorite presents. I prefer getting what we really want than random presents. I can buy whatever I want. I'm glad they spent time on choosing our presents, but what's the point if it's useless?
We can buy some pretty expensive stuff using the vouchers. Should we buy some home appliances, maybe a dishwasher, or a nice vacuum cleaner?
Nice. We have to thank your grandma. Let's discuss about what to buy when I get home.
Yeah, let's decide together. There's so many options, it's gonna take a while to choose.
But I have the final say in this.
Why would you say that? Chris, the gift is for both of us, not just you. Let's decide together.
I'll have the final say in important matters like this. I don't want you to get cheap and useless appliances.
Then what do you want, Chris?
Definitely food. Something nice to eat. That's way better than getting some cheap appliances that would break easily.
Really?
Yeah, obviously. Are you stupid? I want really nice appliances, the high-quality expensive ones. The vouchers won't be able to cover for the price. Have you seen the advertisement for the brand new washing machine? It's mind-blowing. Looking in the long run, that's the best choice. We'll be able to use them for a long time, and we don't have to waste money, do we?
I'm not sure. We can find cheap but high-quality ones nowadays. Some of them are even produced by famous companies. They won't break down so easily. I don't think they're too bad.
No, you have no idea, Hannah. People who fall for these cheap appliances and the useless ones you can buy just using vouchers are definitely dumb or poor. I guess you're one of them.
That sounds rude. Can't you be more polite?
Huh? How am I rude?
You sound arrogant. It's as if you're looking down on people, including me, and making fun of the poor.
Well, I'm better off than most people, and that includes you as well.
Do you look down on me, too? You think I'm not capable of making good decisions about how to spend our money?
Obviously, can't you see?
Why do you think so?
I have a higher salary and a better educational background than you. Many would want to live a life like mine. I'm definitely more respectable. I'm better than you in many fields.
Huh? Are you serious, Chris?
Yeah, I'm dead serious. What's wrong about it?
Everything's wrong with what you just said.
I thought you were a high school graduate. You can't change that fact now. But I graduated university, so I'm clearly smarter than you.
Yes, I'm a high school graduate, but is that a big deal? I have a decent job.
You work for a small business that barely pays you enough money for your monthly salary. On the other hand, I work for one of the biggest corporations that's famous internationally. Whenever I tell people the company I work for, they admire and respect me, saying that they want to be like me.
So is that why you think you're better than me?
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear, and I bet you want to be like me too.
I don't understand.
What do you not understand about it? I can't believe it. You're stupid, just like I thought. I guess it's too difficult for a high school graduate to understand.
Sorry, I have to go back to work now. See you later. Let's talk again when we get home. Hey, what's going on? Our house is a filthy mess. I've never seen our house so dirty. You're in charge of organizing the house when I'm away. I hope you do better with the cleaning next time.
Welcome home. Why are you so late? You finally come home from your business trip?
I only left the house for 3 days. A child would be able to do better than this. You haven't even washed the dishes. And look at the huge pile of laundry. Don't you know how to use a washing machine? I can't even walk through the living room without stepping onto your clothes. Can't you at least take the trash out? It smells horrible in here.
Huh? Why should I do that? It's not my responsibility. Just clean it for me now that you're home, Hannah.
Why can't you help me with some of the housework? I hope you can look after yourself at least while I'm on my business trip. I am always the one doing everything around the house. I've never seen you do any housework since we got married.
I thought that was your job. The wife should be in charge of housework.
When did we decide that? We never had a discussion about it.
It's obvious, isn't it? Common sense.
I'm not a housewife, Chris. I have a job to do and work out every day like you. We both have a job, so we should do the housework together. Let's be fair here. It's too much of a burden for me if I'm the only one in charge.
I can't do housework. No, let me rephrase that. I won't do housework. I don't want to do it. I hate it.
At least take the trash out then. That's all I'm asking for. You just have to carry the trash for a few steps and that's it. It's normal for couples to do housework together nowadays. What era are you living in?
Well, that's your opinion. Don't force your ideals onto me.
Then how about you ask your friends and colleagues? I bet they're at least helping with something. You're being misogynistic. Are you looking down on me because I'm the wife? Come on, Chris. You can't be this old-fashioned. We're living in the modern era. You have to move on.
Shut up. Remember, I have more power than you. I can do whatever I want with you by force if you don't do something about your attitude. You're annoying me. This is a warning. This is why high school graduates are poor. The only thing they do is talk and never do the work.
What did you just say? Are you making fun of high school graduates now? You're really making me upset. We have equal power as wife and husband. We have to respect each other as a couple, Chris. We love each other, don't we? Stop being so arrogant and help me with the housework.
Arrogant? You're the arrogant one. Look at you complaining over the tiniest things. What's the big deal? Just do the housework and everything will be fine. If you don't shut your little mouth, I'm getting a divorce, Hannah.
Huh? What? Did you just threaten me to do housework?
You're my wife. You should do all the housework. It's your job. It's your expectation as a wife. I married you in the first place so that you can devote yourself to me. Wives should devote themselves to their husbands when they get married.
Oh my gosh. I guess you were born in the wrong era. How come I never realized you were like this before I got married? Let me tell you, you never wanted a wife. You just wanted a housemaid who's willing to devote herself to you. A housemaid who also had a job and brought money to the household. I'm definitely not a housemaid. I'm an independent woman. And I thought you respected me as your partner. It's ridiculous how you're threatening me to do housework. Why would you ever bring up the topic of divorce? We just got married, Chris. I thought you also wanted to get married.
That's a good comeback from someone stupid like you. But you're actually right.
Huh? Please, Chris, stop with the nonsense.
I might have wanted a housemaid who also brought money into the household. I never wanted an annoying wife like you. To be my wife, you have to complete both housework and your job perfectly. That's my expectation. If you can't do the housework for me, I'll dump you. We're getting divorced. I'm giving you one last chance.
What are you talking about? You can't be serious.
You don't want a divorce, do you? Then just do all the housework for me. You have no say in this.
I never knew you were such a horrible person. I'm really disappointed in you.
Hey, are you still not home? Why do you have to work so late when you don't even get paid much? Where's my dinner? I'm starving. Didn't I tell you to prepare my dinner before I got home?
I don't care. Do it yourself.
Huh? You don't care? I'm not asking you to prepare a grand meal. Come on, Hannah. You can do better than this. You haven't even washed the dishes we use for breakfast. And the laundry is a huge pile in the basket. I ran out of clean shirts. What am I supposed to wear tomorrow? We can't waste money to buy new shirts. You're slacking off housework.
I guess you'll have to clean and wash it on your own then. I won't be doing the housework from now on. You're in charge.
What the hell are you saying? Enough with all your boring jokes.
I can't do this anymore. It's too much for me. I can't be treated unfairly like this. I'm not your housemaid. Go get one if you just need someone to do housework for you. I'm leaving.
So are you boycotting? Running away from your responsibilities? I thought you were an independent adult. Stop this nonsense. It's not funny. I have power over you. I bet you don't want me to make you do it by force. Just do it, Hannah.
What? How do you have power over me? You're just my husband.
Stop being ridiculous. You still don't understand? You're poor and a high school graduate. But I graduated university. Thanks to my educational background, I now work for one of the biggest corporations and get paid a really high salary. Didn't I tell you this the other day? I'll divorce you if you don't do the housework. How many times do I have to tell you this? I bet you don't want to get divorced with someone like me who has such a high salary. You'll never be able to make as much money as me.
Oh, I see. Then I guess I have more power than you. I make more money than you, Chris. I'm not afraid of getting a divorce. I can support myself without your help. As you hoped, we're getting divorced. Period.
Huh?
I'll happily divorce you. I'm finally free. I don't have to look after you anymore. This is the best day of my life.
Wait a minute. Why do you sound so happy? I'm telling you we're getting a divorce if you don't change your attitude. What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah, I know that, and that's exactly why I'm so happy. I made my decision when you threatened me. We're over. I am so happy to get divorced. You don't even have a high salary. What makes you think I don't make as much money as you?
Are you saying that you get paid better than me? Are you stupid? Have you gone insane? Stop with the bluff. It's not funny at all.
You're the stupid one. Stop assuming things about my salary. Who told you I get paid less than you?
It's the truth.
Okay, I have no idea why you're so confident about it, though. Why do you think so?
You work for a small company that no one has ever heard of. Based on what you told me, your company makes machine parts, right? A small business making pieces of machinery. Oh gosh, I would be devastated if I worked for them. Those kind of companies don't make much profit and can only pay a small amount of salary to their employees. It's common knowledge. I guess you don't know because you're uneducated, unlike me.
So you predicted my annual salary based on your biased opinion? How stupid. It's ridiculous, really. Stop being so delusional.
I'm not being delusional, and I'm not stupid. It's based on my knowledge and experience.
Based on your tiny knowledge in your small brain and your limited experience, I guess they weren't enough, Chris. My company is indeed a small one, unlike yours that's famous internationally. But my company's grown rapidly and attracting great attention. They pay me quite an amount now, and my salary is steadily increasing as well.
I don't believe it. That can't happen.
First of all, we have different positions at work. You keep bragging about working for a big corporation, but you're just a normal employee. On the contrary, I'm a middle manager. I have much more work to handle and a lot more responsibilities.
Huh? You already have that high position? How come?
I'm the leader of my department. I guess people would call that a middle manager. A normal employee and a middle manager. The difference is pretty clear.
So, you have the highest position in your department? You? The middle manager of your company? That's impossible. How come you got a promotion while I can't get any? You're a woman and you're too young? You can't succeed. That's against the rules.
My company's new compared to yours, so we don't have those old traditions like respecting seniority. Age doesn't matter as long as we work hard and have the ability to pull off that position. They value our ability, not our age or gender. That's why I have this position as a woman in her 30s. I'm young, but I'm confident that I've been through many hardships working at my company.
What the hell? A company that hires you to be middle manager? Your company must be doomed. I guess your company is going to go bankrupt soon, and you're going to be the reason for it.
I'm actually a diligent worker, unlike you. I've also been awarded several times as the best worker. My company values our ability over everything. We get fired if we don't meet their expectations. There's no second chances. I bet you don't have to worry about that. The only thing you have to do is to simply go to work every day.
Huh? Excuse me?
You haven't accomplished a single thing at work, but you're still employed. You should thank your company for not firing you. Your colleagues and your younger employees now have a better position than you. Aren't you embarrassed? Yet you're here, bragging about the company you work for. If the company decides to restructure and fire a few of their employees, you'll be the first one to be targeted.
Shut up! What's wrong with me being a normal employee? I have my own ways at work.
You might, but how does the company think of that? Would they benefit from having you as their employee? And I think I told you about how much I make a year before getting married. Remember the night we had our date right after we started dating? Why do you act like you don't know about my annual salary? I guess you weren't paying attention when I was talking to you. Don't tell me you forgot about it, Chris.
I don't know. I remember all the dates I had with you. You never told me about it. Did we even talk about our jobs?
I definitely told you. Do you also have a bad memory?
Oh, I remember. We did talk about our jobs and salary. I thought you said you made about $1,500 monthly. Yeah, right. That's why I thought I had a higher salary than you.
That's impossible. $1,500? When did I ever tell you so? I was always paid more than that. I got more than that even for my first position.
I think it was our second date, and we went to a fancy restaurant. And we briefly talked about our salary. And you told me you only made $1,500 a month.
No, I said I made $3,500. How could I afford to go to that fancy restaurant if I only made $1,500 a month? I get paid more than that now. I guess you misheard me. You were drunk that day, opened a few bottles of champagne and wine. I think you had a biased opinion that high school graduates get paid less than you, which is simply rude.
Did I mishear you? Does that mean I always thought you earned less than what you actually earned?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you assumed that I had a lower salary than you. And even if I got paid less than you, I still deserve some respect.
No. In that case, I should be in charge.
Really? If you really think so, what about now? Turns out that I get paid more than you. I guess I have power over you now. So, are you going to do all the housework for me?
You can't be making more money than me. Stop lying to me. I refuse to believe everything you told me.
I don't care if you believe me or not. I will leave the house. I can't waste my time being with someone stupid like you.
How am I stupid? I'm a university graduate. How can you, a high school graduate, call me stupid?
If you're still this stupid after going to university, I think you wasted your money. Did you even learn anything? You definitely did not learn any manners or common sense. I feel sorry for your parents, honestly.
Stop. I had enough of you. I will never believe your lies. Do you think I'm so stupid that I'll actually accept all of your bluff?
I don't care. I can't waste my life being your wife. It doesn't change the fact that I'm leaving the house. I also have the official documents ready. All we have to do now is to sign them and turn it in. Then we're officially divorced.
Why did you decide everything without a proper discussion?
I thought we already had our conversation. You were the one that started it, remember? What did you do? Gosh, you're crazy. I heard you barged into my office. Aren't you embarrassed to do something like that?
Because I wanted to check if you were lying or not. I had to make sure you were telling the truth.
Just for that, you barged into our company because you didn't believe me and thought I was lying to you? Have you gone insane? I heard that you got into a fight with the guards at the entrance.
The guards tried to stop me from entering, so I was fighting back. I just wanted to ask about my wife's salary, but they stopped me thinking I was some kind of maniac. They even tried to call the police. I should have the right to visit my wife's company.
You are crazy for coming to my company just to ask about my salary. No one would ever do that. No wonder the guards stopped you. You're a maniac. But I think my boss eventually came out of her office and told you about my salary. Do you believe me now? There's no reason for my boss to lie about it.
Yeah, but...
But what? You still got something to say? Stop causing trouble to other people. This is our problem.
I haven't caused trouble.
You did. I was embarrassed because of you. My boss was pretty angry about it too. All of my workers had to stop working temporarily because of the havoc you caused. After you left, my boss decided to complain about it to your company.
Huh? What is there to complain about? What did she say when she contacted my company?
She told your company that one of their employees followed his ex-wife to her company and barged into the office, disturbing our work.
What? Ex-wife? We still haven't turned in our divorce papers yet. Technically, we're not divorced yet, and you're still my wife.
But we agreed to get a divorce, and I've already left the house. It's a matter of time until we officially get divorced. Stop calling me your wife. It's giving me goosebumps. And I assume you skipped work today. How can you skip work just to break into my office? You'll definitely get punished when you go to work tomorrow.
I didn't cause any trouble. I just went to visit you. And your company contacted mine? A small company like yours contacted that big corporation. Know your place. They don't care about a small company like yours.
You're still looking down on us? You should know your place. You have to know better than this.
I don't care if your company contacted mine. My company won't do anything about it. Sorry, but you're having false hope. A big corporation like my company can't waste their time on a small company like yours. We have more important matters to handle. There's nothing I have to worry about. I'm not scared at all.
It doesn't matter whether your company is big or not. Their employee caused a problem and it's their responsibility to handle it. For us, you're just a crazy psycho who disturbed our work. For your company, you're just a useless employee who can't even get a single promotion. There's no reason for your company to protect you. You should face reality, though it may be harsh.
What did you just say?
When my boss contacted your company, she was able to talk with one of the executives. Doesn't that mean they were taking us pretty seriously? They told us they'll make sure to punish the employee who caused us problems and disturbed our work. Sorry, but I guess you'll have to face some consequences.
Punish?
There's no way you'll escape the consequences after everything you did. You have to take responsibility of your own actions. Don't look down on us just because we're a small business. We're growing rapidly and we compete against big corporations. There's no reason for you to look down on us. Don't underestimate us, Chris.
What's going on? I can't believe it. You suddenly tell me that you have a higher salary than me. My company's gonna punish me. What the hell's going on? This can't be happening to me.
I guess you won't be getting any promotions in the near future. I wonder when you'll finally get a promotion. Well, I won't stay long enough to find out. If I was your boss, I would instantly fire you. You are no use. Not only that, you're useless. You also cause trouble to the company. As your wife, I don't want a husband like you. You're stupid, delusional, have a lower salary than me, yet look down on me and take me for granted. After the incident, I was able to divorce my husband. I finally got him to sign the papers, and we officially got divorced. Now, I don't have to put up with all those insults anymore. I won't let anyone look down on me like that anymore. I am finally free of stress and living a happy life. Reflecting back, it was indeed my worst times when I was married to him. While I was living my happy life, my ex-husband was punished by his company and now gets paid even less. A year after our divorce, his company started suffering from financial difficulties because of social recession. And he became one of the first targets to be fired as part of restructuring, just like I predicted. My company, on the other hand, took advantage of it and is continuing to grow to this day. Thanks to that, I might get a raise in the near future. Like this, my husband quickly hit rock bottom. He should have seen it coming. I respect him for graduating a good university and being able to work for a big corporation, but that doesn't mean he can make fun of others. I was shocked when he treated me like a housemaid just because I was a high school graduate and thought I got paid less than him. He is now facing the consequences of his own actions. There's no one who's willing to help him out, knowing his arrogant attitude. He also texted me he wanted another chance, but, of course, I ignored him. After our divorce, I am living a happier life than ever, unlike him.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.